Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices. We've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford. Hagerstown.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball! It's time for the excitement of American Legion Baseball featuring the Berkeley Post-14 Hornets. Today's game is brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Modern Renovations, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg.
And now let's go live to the field and join our Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10 broadcast team.
Ten seconds. 5. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg, West Virginia for tonight's matchup of American Legion Baseball between the Berkeley Post-14 Hornets and the Blue Ridge Generals from Winchester, Virginia. And it is time now for the Cody's Auto Body Countdown to First Pitch, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. My name is Avery Newport. I'm joined in the booth by Nick Verzolini. Donald Kinney is our cameraman today, and Spencer Dupuis is back in our studio. And Nick, initially we came into today thinking that this Berkeley Post-14 team would be playing another American Legion team, but evidently that's not the case, as they're playing this Blue Ridge team from Winchester.
Yeah, kind of a last-second change, or at least we were notified about 10 o'clock last night that there was a change in who Berkeley Post-14, the Hornets, were going to be taking on today. But this Blue Ridge team from Virginia, still a very quality team for Berkeley Post-14 to be going up against. So it's a great opportunity either way to work on some things and get this team better and get this team playing the way it wants to be playing come July, which, we're right around the corner. So I think while it's not the opponent you originally had on the schedule, it's summer baseball anyway, so it doesn't really affect too much preparation because you're not going to know too much about the team that you're playing anyway. So it's like the change won't affect these teams, I think, in terms of what quality of baseball we'll see on the field. But it is a great opportunity either way for Berkeley Post-14 to get better and to see what this Blue Ridge team is all about. I know a lot of James Wood products on their team. The majority of the team is James Wood, and James Wood, I believe, was runner-ups in the state of Virginia. So, there's talent on that roster. There's talent on this roster, and it sets up for what should be another great baseball game, Avery.
Yep, should be just that, Nick. In fact, going back to your comment about James Wood, all but 3 players on the team for this Blue Ridge squad did not play in high school for James Wood, and they have one college commitment right now. That's number 2, Bodie Pullen, who's committed to play baseball for Shepherd University. So there is certainly some talent on this team. I think it'll be a tough matchup here for the Hornets this evening. But we'll get into the countdown to first pitch now, and we'll get to our coach's interview with head coach of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, Trip Tobin.
Yeah, Avery, looking forward to this game. And Trip Tobin, the manager, he's got to be excited about what he's got going on, so I'm interested to see what he had to say about in the interview, because the team's been playing really well as of late. And let's go ahead and hear from Trip.
Joined now by the head coach of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, Trip Tobin. Trip, you had a game initially scheduled tonight against the Legion team from Kingwood, but for whatever reason that game is not happening. Now you're playing this Blue Ridge team. What are you expecting to see from them tonight?
Well, first off, we want to thank Coach Adrian Pullen for getting his team together here this evening, giving us an opportunity to get some reps and not have a night off. But what do we expect from Blue Ridge? I mean, in the years past, the last couple of years, we've played them pretty much to a split. I think we've played them 4 or 5 times, and it's been close games every time. They'll bring in a lot of James Wood, Clark County alumni and players. James Wood just coming off their state tournament championship loss with a couple of all-state players over there in Virginia. So we expect once
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales.
Win-loss record, of course. It means a lot to win, and you want to be winners. You want to learn to win, but you also want to challenge yourself along the way and make sure we get some equal opportunities for these young men.
Now you're going to have Trevor Bohr on the mound tonight. What are you expecting to see from him?
Well, Trevor, is a lefty, doesn't throw it real hard. He's deceptive, and he's going to go as long as he possibly can. He can go deep into games. His arm is well conditioned, but we have Braden Stoudemire, and Jason Myers also, who's going to pitch some tonight. So I'm glad we're playing 9 innings because we have a pretty good roster here tonight. Most of our guys are here. Jordan Canby is out. We want to make sure that we send some prayers out to him, let him know we're thinking about him. Hope he's watching the game, but had a pretty high temperature, so he stayed home precautionary. So we just want to let him know we're praying for him and we're thinking about him. But other than that, we're pretty full, so expect us to do a lot of changes. Expect us to get guys in and out. We're going to play to win. We don't play down or play up, based on who's on the field. We expect every single one of these 18 young men to perform when we put them in that position.
And speaking of subbing guys in and out, it's going to be a really hot one today here at P.O. Faulkner. That's going to certainly factor into how the game's played.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we got Peyton Hartman going to start behind the plate because he's kind of paired up with Trevor Bohr all summer, but expect him to come out as we change pitchers. If we go to Stoudemire early, then we'll bring Broughton in, which is his regular high school catcher. So they'll be paired up, and we'll give those guys the opportunity. Nobody's going to catch 9 innings or throw 9 innings or play 9 innings out here today. But we do want to try to get some young men. Trevor Bohr is one of them, and even Ty Broughton, a couple others who are a little bit lagging behind in at bats for the season, though they've contributed in other ways, in big ways. We certainly want to get their ABs in there because Broughton's going to certainly hit next year at Hood, and Bohr's going to go back to Musselman, and he's going to want some ABs. So we got to get those. We're got to get those guys some at bats tonight as well.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
That was head coach of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, Trip Tobin. And that was our coach's interview. And right here we'll take a 3-minute break, and we'll come back and continue our Cody's Auto Body countdown to first pitch. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR, and TV10 will be back in 3 minutes.
WVU Heart and Vascular Institute offers world-class heart care close to home. Our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region, so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve close to home. We're now accepting new patients at all 4 convenient locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, and Winchester. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care close to home.
I hit your car with a softball.
Did you throw it or hit it off the tee?
Off the tee.
Whoa, good hit, kid. Good thing we know Cody from Cody's Auto Body. I'll text him now.
Oh, Kenna, I heard you hit your mom's window with a softball. Good hit. Keeps me in business. We can get you in lickety-split, no
Hey, that's a bad word.
Shut up, kid. We won't drop the ball on your car. Every repair's a grand slam. Bring your car to Cody's Auto Body. As always, it's Cody's with a T for trust.
Hey, you can't say that.
Do you need a place to go for a quick tobacco, soda, snacks, cigarettes, or beer run? Well, then you're in luck, because Enter and Exit has convenience without the cost. Enter and Exit right off Route 11 is located at 31 Meadow Lane in Martinsburg and soon to be opening in Chambersburg, PA. Enter and Exit is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. For great convenience without the cost, stop on into Enter and Exit today.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Faulkner Park here in Martinsburg on the Cody's Auto Body countdown to first pitch between Berkeley Post 14 and Blue Ridge. And now we will give you the weather for today's broadcast, brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. And it's a scorcher today, folks. 85 degrees is the current temperature here at P.O. Faulkner, and it'll be sunny for the rest of the game well into the evening here. Temperature will drop down to about 81 at 8 p.m. So it's going to be a hot one today, Nick, and that's certainly going to factor into how these two teams are going to play and how they're going to manage their rosters.
Yeah, I mean, it is, the end of June, almost July, so kind of the weather you expect at this point for it to be mid-80s, low 90s. But, these guys, most of them probably aren't used to playing 9 innings. And you talked with manager Tobin, and he had mentioned that nobody's going to play 9 innings tonight for Berkeley Post 14. And when you look at the weather, that might, with the heat, play a little bit of a factor is when you make substitutions. But, I think they would prefer the heat in some ways opposed to cold and stuff like that, obviously, in June.
Yeah. Well, so it'll be hot today. We'll see how that affects the action on the field, but that was your weather brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. And why don't we go ahead and get into the starting lineups here for this matchup tonight between Post 14 and Blue Ridge. First, we will start with the Hornets. Head coach is Trip Tobin, who is on many of our high school baseball broadcasts here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We'll start with his squad first. And leading off for the Hornets, playing right field, number 1, Cam Moore. In the 2-hole is the catcher, number 13, Peyton Hartman. Playing first, batting third, is number 21, Colin Reid. Playing shortstop, batting fourth, number 24, Jack Reisenweber. And in the 5-hole, playing third base, is number 19, Camian Gonzalez. Number 14, Chase Herndon, is in the 6-hole, playing center field this evening. In the 7th spot, playing second base, is number 6, Braden Stottlemyre. At the 8th spot, in left field, is number 11, Dylan Stevens. And the starting pitcher for the Hornets tonight is number 3, Trevor Bohr, and he will bat 9th. So that is your lineup for this Berkeley Post 14 Hornets team. And now let's switch gears and give you the starting lineup for the Blue Ridge Generals. Head coach is Adrian Pullen, and his lineup looks like this. Batting first is number 2, Bodie Pullen, which is the son of head coach Adrian Pullen. And he will be playing center field tonight. Batting second, number 16, is Kemper Omps. He is playing right field. Batting third, number 22, Deuce Stroh-Snyder, is playing shortstop for the Generals. Batting fourth, number 34, Nick Bell. He is at third base. Batting fifth is number 19, Clayton Braithwaite, who will be playing first base tonight. In the sixth hole is number 8, John Copenhaver, who will be doing the catching tonight for Blue Ridge. And at number 7 is number 1, Cade Cornwell. He will be playing second base this evening. In the 8th spot, number 10, Daniel Francesi, is pitching tonight. And at number 9, in the 9th spot, is number 12, Quentin Slusher, who will be playing left field. And those are your lineups for tonight's matchup. So it should be a good one, Nick. Again, I mean, this was not a matchup that we initially expected right away. We anticipated that a team from Kingwood, would be playing post 14 this evening, but nonetheless, lots of talent on both squads.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see Trevor Bohr on the mound tonight for Berkeley post 14, a guy that typically for Musselman this year was used as a reliever. So see him at the start of the game should be interesting. He's pitched pretty well so far for the Hornets this season. So I'm interested to see him at the top there in the starting spot. And I think this lineup, 1 through 9, I mean, you got good hitters in all spots for Berkeley post 14. And obviously this team from James Wood, Virginia, or James Wood High School, mainly products there in Virginia, in Blue Ridge. I think they got some good talent. Obviously, we haven't seen them play, so we don't really know a ton about their guys, but you just put together a team that made it to the state championship and came up just a little bit short. So obviously, it's a good challenge. It's a game that probably doesn't really mean anything, I don't think, for these teams in terms of win-loss, but it means something for your development as a team and what they're each trying to do individually. And, definitely looking forward to it, Avery.
All right, Nick. Well, we will take another break here, a 2-minute break here on the Countdown to First Pitch, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body. When we come back, we'll continue to get you ready for tonight's matchup. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl tile and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Hi, this is Caleb Wilkerson with Boats and Soaps Cleaning Services, a fully mobile, veteran-owned and operated business. We provide commercial and residential cleaning services, mobile auto detailing, as well as vacancy cleanout services serving within 60 miles of the Martinsburg, West Virginia area. Call us Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. at 304-268-9198. Again, that's 304-268-9198. Or check us out on Facebook, Boats and Soaps Cleaning Services.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here in Martinsburg, West Virginia for this matchup between the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets and the Blue Ridge Generals. Once again, I'm Avery Newport, welcoming you into the broadcast here, joined by Nick Verzolini in the commentary booth. Donald Kinney is on camera tonight, and Spencer Dupuis is back in our studio. And we're still a few minutes away here from the start of this one, as both head coaches are discussing with the umpires here, giving them their lineup cards for tonight's matchup. The Post 14 Hornets come into this game at 11-6 on the season, and as we previously mentioned, this game was initially supposed to be between the Hornets and the American Legion team from Kingwood, but instead, Coach Adrian Pullen and his Blue Ridge Generals are in town today to play Trip Tobin's squad, the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. And now let's take a look at some statistics here for the Hornets on the year. And they've gotten some good production from a number of different players. Cameron Moore has been one of their more effective players this year. Batting .378 so far on the season. He has 14 hits. He has he has a triple as well as 6 doubles, 6 RBI on the year. And the RBI leader for this team on Berkeley Post 14 is Chase Herndon, who's got 9 on the year. Incredible season he's having so far for this Berkeley Post 14 team. And looks like both teams are getting ready here for the national anthem. So we will take a 90-second break here for the national anthem, and once we return to P.O. Faulkner, we'll get you ready for first pitch. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Do you need a place to go for a quick tobacco, soda, snacks, cigarettes, or beer run? Well, then you're in luck, because Enter and Exit has convenience without the cost. Enter and Exit right off Route 11 is located at 31 Meadow Lane in Martinsburg and soon to be opening in Chambersburg, PA. Enter and Exit is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. For great convenience without the cost, stop on into Enter and Exit today.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park as the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets trot onto the field, and we're just a few moments away from first pitch here from P.O. Faulkner. And the starting pitcher tonight for the Hornets is number 3, Trevor Bohr. And he's been their leader in many statistical categories this season. He has 20 innings pitched, which is far and away the best total on the team. And he's thrown 269 pitches this year as well. He's been very consistent, just a little under a 1.7 ERA so far this year for the Hornets. So, Nick, I think you like stability on the mound, and that's certainly what Bohr provides you here. He's been pretty consistent this season for the Hornets.
Yeah.
Had to turn your mic up there.
Yeah, he's pitched pretty well for this team. 20 2/3 innings. This will be his third start, 1-0 at record, and a 1.694 earned run average. So, you could argue that Trevor Bohr has been better in Legion ball than he was in high school, and he was an effective pitcher in high school, but as a starter, I think has impressed, and he's kind of been their ace. When you really look at the numbers, I mean, whether that be in a starting role or in a relief role, he's done an excellent job for this Hornets team. So in terms of, what you're looking for out of your starting pitcher, I think Trevor Bohr has been a great option for Berkeley post 14, and looking forward to seeing him in person here today and see what he's able to do.
As the Hornets continue to go through their warm-ups, looks like we're getting set for first pitch here as the Generals will be up to bat. It's Bodie Pullen, number 2, who's leading off for the Generals to start this one. As the rest of the Hornets head to their respective defensive positions here. And Pullen will step into the batter's box, and we are set for action here at P.O. Faulkner Park between the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets and the Blue Ridge Generals. The first pitch of the game from Trevor Bohr. He delivers, and it's a called strike 1 at the knees. So a good start here for Trevor Bohr. Facing off against the leadoff hitter Pullen. Second pitch of the at-bat is a little outside for ball 1. Count is now evened up at 1 apiece. Here's the third pitch from Bohr. He winds up and delivers. Swung on. That one's hit into foul territory over towards the first base side and flies harmlessly beyond the foul pole over there. Count is now 1-2. Sun is still shining here at P.O. Faulkner. It's a hot one today as Bohr delivers. Another pitch is outside, right around the shoulders. So 2-2 count now against Bodie Pullen, the son of the head coach of this General team, Adrian Pullen. Bohr's pitch is swung on and fouled back as it dribbles down to the backstop. Count remains 2-2. So the Hornets this year 11-6 on the season. And initially this game was supposed to be against the Legion team from Kingwood, but the Generals have stepped in at the last minute. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout for the first out of the game. Down goes Bodie Pullen. And Trevor Bohr gets a strikeout. Good start for him.
Yeah, and can't ask for a better start for Bohr. That's his 15th strikeout of the season. So the lefty continues to pitch really well for this post-14 Hornets squad.
Number 16, Kemper Omps, is now at the plate for the Generals, playing in right field today. First pitch to him is a called strike 1. Bohr delivers again. This is a chopper. Bounced foul over on the first base side. And Omps is behind in the count 0-2. Trevor Bohr has his stuff going. A a nice crowd here on hand to witness tonight's game here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Swung on, that's a comebacker right at the pitcher. Bohr fields it cleanly and throws over to first base. Colin Reid steps on the bag for out number 2. And down goes Kemper Ops.
Now batting, number 22, Deuce Straussnider.
So 2 quick outs here for the post-14 Hornets. Bohr has been feeling it early. Number 22, Deuce Straussnider, at the plate here for the Generals. He fouls back the first pitch. Count is 0-1. Straussnider wearing number 22, playing shortstop today. Bohr looks down the mound, will wind up and deliver the pitch. Swung on again. This one is also fouled back over on the first base side, so an 0-2 count now. Two outs here in the top of the first inning. And they called strike 3 there on the outside corner. So 2 strikeouts in that top of the first inning for Trevor Bohr, and an easy 1-2-3 inning for the post-14 Hornets. We got a scoreless game. We'll come back after this 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths, we ensure your home is both beautiful and functional.
We've been taking care of our neighbors for over 25 years.
We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodeling, from start to finish, from design until installation. Whether it's countertops, cabinets, backsplashes, or full baths, we've got you covered.
Custom work done with care. We are Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road.
As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community.
I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here in a scoreless ball game between the post-14 Hornets and the Blue Ridge Generals. And an easy 1-2-3 inning for Trevor Bohr and his squad to begin this game. So now the Hornets will try their hand on offense and see what they can do. Daniel Francesi, number 10, will be the pitcher tonight for Blue Ridge. Or, excuse me, I might be incorrect here. I believe...
Now batting, number 1.
No, I beg your pardon. The starting pitcher here for Blue Ridge is number 34, Nick Bell. He is on the mound for the Generals. So Cam Moore batting leadoff here for the Hornets. First pitch from Bell is outside, low and away for ball 1.
Yeah, Cam Moore's been swinging a really good bat in this leadoff spot.
Called strike 1 there, evens up the count, 1-1. And right away, looking at Nick Bell, the pitcher here, who's got a bit of a sidewinder release here, Nick. You can see as he delivers the pitch there. There's a grounder over to the second baseman. Throw to first is in time for out number 1 to retire Cam Moore. Which, you don't see too many sidearm throwers here at this level.
No, not typically. At least as your every pitch approach. Occasionally you'll see guys mix that in. We saw that with Griffin Horowitz. But no, sidearm, not a super common thing at this level, and really not a super common thing in baseball anymore. But those guys that can do it, can be effective with it.
Peyton Hartman, number 13, batting now. Slaps a chopper over to third, and the throw is in time to retire him at first base. So 2 quick ground outs here for the post 14 offense.
Now batting, number 21, Colin Reid.
Colin Reid now steps into the batter's box, wearing number 21, playing first base tonight for post 14. These pitchers have had their stuff to begin this ball game. 2 quick outs already here for Nick Bell as he throws the first pitch. It lands outside of the strike zone for ball 1 against Colin Reid, who's been arguably the best hitter on this post 14 team this season. Second pitch is low and inside to Reid for ball 2. Count is now 2-0. Colin Reid has a home run and 16 RBIs this year for this Hornet team. There's a called strike 1. Count is now 2-1 to Reid. Reid gets ready. Bell begins his windup and throws an off-speed pitch that is fouled back behind the home plate netting. Count is now 2-2 with 2 outs.
Yeah, Colin Reed's been playing good baseball.
Batting .391 this year.
And carrying over from a really good high school season.
Here's the pitch from Bell. It's swung on. Hit into fair territory. That might drop, and it will. There's a single for Colin Reid. He gets on safely and continues the first inning, the first hit of the ball game for either team.
Now batting, number 24, Jack.
Yeah, that's a good piece of hitting. That's what Colin Reid does well. He has the ability to hit the ball to all areas of the field. There he goes, opposite field. Just a little blooper that falls in for a 2-out base hit, and that's what you need when you have 2 outs in the inning, just something to get the offense going.
Jack Reisenweber at the plate now, playing shortstop. Number 24, first pitch to him from Bell is an outside ball, so the count is now 1-0. Colin Reid on first base, 2 outs. Bell checks the runner at first, delivers the pitch, and it's very inside. Reisenweber has to adjust and get out of the way at that pitch to avoid being hit. So the count is now 2-0 to Reisenweber. Former high school star here at Martinsburg, now playing in the college ranks. There's an off-speed pitch right down the heart of the plate for a called strike 1. Count is now 2-1.
Yeah, Reisenweber at the University of Charleston, having a lot of success there.
Always good to see local products continuing to play at the next level. There's another called strike. Count is even at 2, as that one laced the outer corner of the strike zone.
That's a really good Charleston team. They nearly knocked off WVU in one of their games this year, so great to be a part of that program, I'm sure, for Reisenweber.
Reisenweber swings and hits that one. That's another base hit into left field. Reisenweber will trot over easily to first base for another single, and Colin Reid advances to second. So 2 runners on now for this post-14 squad.
Number 19, Amy Gonzalez.
They continue to keep this first inning going with a man on first and second. Camian Gonzalez, number 19, playing third base tonight, is at the plate for the Hornets.
And Camian Gonzalez coming on the long sleeves.
That's a peculiar decision considering it's well over 80 degrees tonight at P.O. Faulkner. There's a quick meeting at the mound between pitcher and catcher.
But I'll tell you this, Avery. Reed, Reisenweber, Gonzalez. I mean, that 3-4-5, that's a dangerous 3-4-5. Wouldn't want to face that for any team.
Indeed it
is.
is.
Herndon right after. I like the speed at the bottom of this lineup today. So
Bell's first pitch to Gonzalez, and they rule that, I believe they rule that the pitch hit Gonzalez, so he will take his base at first. Boy, it looked to me from up here that he was able to maneuver out of the way of that pitch, but our home plate umpire ruled that it just nicked him. So the bases are now loaded. Gonzalez at first, Reisenweber at second, Reed at third, and Chase Herndon, number 14, is at the plate for post 14.
And Chase Herndon goes with the exact opposite look of Gonzalez. He's showing off the guns.
No sleeves here for Herndon. First pitch to him, it's a grounder. Fielded, thrown over to first to retire the side. And post 14 strands 3 runners on base to end the first inning. And we have a scoreless tie here between post 14 and the Generals of Blue Ridge. We'll take a 1-minute break and bring you back for the second inning. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park here in Martinsburg at the top of the second inning between the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets and the Blue Ridge Generals. We have a scoreless game here as the Hornets left 3 men on to end that first inning. Golden scoring chance is gone, but Trevor Bohr has pitched well so far in his limited action. And the first pitch here is outside for ball 1. He faces Nick Bell, the starting pitcher tonight, number 34 for the Generals. Bohr's second pitch to Bell is high and outside, just barely misses for ball 2. Count is now 2 balls, no strikes. Nick Bell got in a little bit of trouble there in that first inning, but was able to escape. That third pitch to him is again outside for ball 3. So Bohr behind now 3-0 to Nick Bell. Here's the pitch from Bohr. And that one is low and away for ball 4. So Nick Bell is walked on just 4 pitches. And Bell will take his base at first.
Yeah, it seemed like Bohr was trying to paint that outside part of the zone, but couldn't really get those pitches to hit the location. Was missing high on a lot of them. That last one misses low.
So after a 1-2-3 inning in the first, they lead off the second with their first base runner of the evening. And Clayton Braithwaite, number 19, is at the plate for Blue Ridge.
There was a good pitch, fastball, high and inside.
Got him to swing and miss, so count is 0-1.
Yeah, it's tough to get extended on, tough to turn on.
Bohr throws back to first to check the runner, to no avail. Count remains 0-1 to Braithwaite. Second pitch to him is high and outside of the zone, right around the shoulders, so count is 1-1 now. With Nick Bell on first base, has a sizable lead. Here's the pitch to him. It's a grounder right back to the pitcher. He'll throw to second to try and get the out there, but the ball is dropped, I believe, by Reisenweber. So everybody's safe. And the typically sure-handed Reisenweber there just could not haul in that throw from the pitcher, Bohr, who fielded that comebacker cleanly. So we'll call that an error, as there are 2 men on now. Braithwaite stands at first.
A difficult play there for Trevor Bohr.
There's a base hit chopped into right field. And might have been a little bit of base running confusion there. It looked like there were two runners standing at second for a moment, but everybody is safe here. That was John Copenhaver, number 8, with the base hit, the catcher. So Bell advances to third. Braithwaite is at second here.
I think what happened was Bell wasn't sure if it was going to be caught. Braithwaite, since the ball was hit in front of him, could see that it was going to get down a little bit better than maybe Bell could have, so that probably led to him slowing down.
Chopper hit over to third. They will throw home, get the out there, throw back at first. Is it in time? Yes, it is. And they turn the double play. They prevent the run from scoring at home, and they get the runner out at first.
Now batting, number 10, Daniel Francesca.
So now there's a little bit of confusion here. As there are two number 34s on this Blue Ridge General team.
It is possible then that Bell is not the one pitcher.
Yeah, I might be incorrect here. I was apologize there, folks.
I believe they had Francesca pitching, but they had him as number 10.
Yeah, that's right. That was what we had in our lineup card.
So that's probably Francesca on the mound and Bell over at third. But since there's two number 34s, you naturally presumed Nick Bell was pitching, which wasn't a bad call, Avery, but
right.
It appears to be maybe incorrect.
There's a deep fly ball hit to dead center. And Herndon camps under it and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Generals leave a couple base runners on. Nobody scores, so we're still scoreless here as we head to the bottom of the second between Post 14 and the Generals. You're tuned into American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park here in Martinsburg for the bottom half of the second inning in a scoreless ball game between the Post 14 Hornets and the Blue Ridge Generals. And still haven't quite cleared up the confusion here of the two number 34s that are on the team for Blue Ridge, but from my estimation, and Nick, he was talking about this too before our break, I believe it is Daniel Francesi who is pitching tonight for the Generals. He is in our lineup as number 10, but he's wearing a number 34 jersey. And playing third base for Blue Ridge tonight is also a number 34 wearing player, Nick Bell. So, apologize there for the confusion, folks, but hopefully we have that correct and we'll continue playing baseball here.
I'll tell you what. I think that's correct, Avery.
That was an awfully long pause, Nick.
I was trying to think of the best way to describe what I was going to say. I'd say Francesi looks more like a pitcher, if that is Francesi, than Bell does. Like, he just has like that pitcher build to him. And Bell looks like a third baseman. So I think somehow Francesi ended up wearing a 34 today, and we got two 34s. But that's summer baseball for you.
It is.
And, you know, as a young broadcaster, and yourself, Avery, and myself as well, I'm not like a veteran or anything, but you're going to have to learn to adjust to stuff like this. So now we know who's pitching, and the jersey number confusion is over.
That's right.
I don't expect you, when you go to Maryland and face Big Ten teams, for them to have two players with the same number, but hey, you never know.
Could be a mistake, They have equipment managers and such at that level, so we'll return to the action here. Number 6, Braden Stottlemyre at the plate for post 14, and he's facing a 1-2 count from Francesi. Stottlemyre, number 6, playing second base tonight for the Hornets. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. Francesi winds up and delivers the off-speed pitch, which is inside, and bounces away from the catcher Copenhaver. So count is now 2-2 to Braden Stottlemyre.
But Avery, when you get to the Big Ten, you'll be surprised. There'll be some crazy stuff.
Oh, I'm anticipating there will be some crazy things.
Even though I have never called a Big Ten game.
Well, and slapped into left field for a base hit. That's a single for Braden Stottlemyre. Puts it right past the third baseman, and the shortstop rolled into left field, and Stottlemyre is on cleanly with a base hit.
Yeah, that'll bring Dylan Stevens to the plate. And you look at Stevens so far this season, hitting the ball well. 393 average for him, 7 RBIs.
So Stevens playing in left, swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it back against the netting. So the count is now 0-1 for Dylan Stevens, number 11. With Braden Stottlemyre standing on first. Bottom of the second inning here at P.O. Faulkner. No outs. Francesi delivers the pitch, and it's outside for ball 1. Count is even at 1 apiece to Dylan Stevens. Francesi checks the runner at first. Stottlemyre has a decent lead, and Stottlemyre is going to try and go to second. And Stottlemyre will dive down. The ball got away there as the Generals were trying to cover second base in time. So Stottlemyre is in safely at second base. And I suppose you'd call that a stolen base, but a bit of a miscommunication there between the infielders there for the Generals.
Well, I think Stottlemyre was caught off by the pickoff attempt, and then the Generals were maybe a little bit caught off that Stottlemyre was going to try to take second. It is still relatively early in the season, so you might see some stuff like that where, a runner takes off and you're just not quite aware of your assignment, maybe on a rundown, or maybe in that situation it was just, for Berkeley post 14, better to be lucky than good in that situation. Luckily, Stottlemyre was able to take second for them, opposed to being, thrown out back at first or caught in that rundown and eventually tagged out.
So Stevens still at the plate, faces a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Francesi. That's a big swing and a miss for Stevens for strike 2. I might have even said a foul tip there back into the glove.
Yeah, I think he got a piece of it, but either way, it's still strike 2, and see what Dylan Stevens can do here.
Stottlemyre at second base. Francesi checks him. Checks him again, gets ready to deliver the pitch. Here it is. There's a swing and a high drive hit to left field. And it looks like the catch is made in left field by Slusher for out number 1. So Stevens is retired, and Stottlemyre will stay at second base. Does not advance when he had the chance to. So 1 out here now.
Well, if that ball's hit the right field, he's definitely advancing. But a left field, and you probably don't want to risk being thrown out at third. You still have the runner in scoring position. So, Trevor Bohr, though, if he can hit one in that gap, Berkeley's got a chance to take the lead here.
Trevor Bohr batting 9th. The pitcher tonight for post 14. The first pitch to him is a called strike 1.
But it did look like Stevens was going to get, all of that for a second, and then it kind of died out there and left.
So the first out of the bottom half of the second inning. Francesi winds up, checks the runner at second, and delivers the pitch. It's swung on and hit into right field. Good contact. It'll land for a base hit. It was between two defenders there, so Bohr will stand at first with a single. Stottlemyre advances to third. We have runners on the corners here with just one out. And post 14 in a good position. Now a pinch runner here. It appears maybe a courtesy runner for the pitcher.
But either way, you get Jason Myers, I believe that is, running.
Yes, Conor Bailey, number 9.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was number 8.
Conor Bailey, courtesy running for the pitcher. Bohr at first.
That makes a lot more sense. Not that Myers is slow, but Bailey is known for his speed, so you get that speed on the base pass and he's going to take off.
That's a pitch way out of the strike zone, and Bailey will head over to second base. There's no throw, no contest there, so a stolen base for Conor Bailey.
And Cameron Moore, RBI opportunities, 6 of them on the year so far.
So now runners both in scoring position on second and third base. The pitch is low and outside for ball 2. Count is now 2-0 to the leadoff hitter, Cam Moore, number 1. Count. Here's the pitch from Francesi right down the... No, it's not out. It's a pitch that's outside. Looked to me like that would be a called strike, but instead it's ball 3, so Moore behind now, 3-0. Francesi winds up, 2 runners on. The pitch to Moore is a called strike 1. So the count is now 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. In a scoreless game between Berkeley Post 14 and the Blue Ridge Generals. Francesi, and the pitch is behind Moore. So a lack of control there as that's ball 4. So Moore is walked onto first base, loading the bases here.
I was going to say, I wonder if we see maybe a mound visit here, and here it comes. So,
and head coach Adrian Pullen will trot out to the mound and have a chat with his pitcher. His catcher, John Copenhaver, out there as well. Sacks are packed here with Hornets. Moore is on first base. And Conor Bailey on second. Braden Stottlemyre is standing at third. So a golden scoring opportunity here for the Hornets with just 1 out. And Peyton Hartman, number 13, the catcher, will step into the batter's box. Hartman grounded out his first time up. Has a chance for redemption here with 3 base runners. Ready to resume action. Francesi winds up, delivers the pitch. It's low, below the knees for ball 1.
Peyton Hartman, a guy, getting through football workouts right now, and also playing Legion baseball.
Called strike 1 on the next pitch from Francesi, so count is even at 1 to Peyton Hartman. He's got a very colorful batting helmet here. Is that a... trying to make out what those stickers are on his helmet. There's a base hit that's hit along the third base line. That will score 1 at least. Here comes the next runner in to score, and it's a 2-run single for Peyton Hartman. And the Post 14 Hornets have the first runs of this game. They lead it 2-0.
I think those might be American flags for Hartman. I couldn't really tell exactly what was on the stickers, but well hit ball down the line that scores 2, and Berkeley Post 14 is having another great inning. It seemed like early on that they were getting some good at bats, and now those at bats are leading to runs. A nice 2-0 lead here.
Ooh. Colin Reid smacks this one to left field. Camping underneath it and making the catch is Slusher. He throws to the cutoff man. The runners will stay put right where they are, and Reed is retired on the flyout for out number 2. Reed, another well-hit ball, just died on him out there in left field. So 2 runners on here for post 14, as it appears Hartman will come out of the game. Another courtesy runner is in for the Hornets. I have yet to see his jersey number, so we'll get that to you in a minute. Jack Reisenweber, number 24, at the plate. Runners on first and second base. And the pitch is well inside for ball 1 to Reisenweber with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Francesi checks the runner at second, now delivers the pitch. It's swung on, hit over to third base side. It gets through. And the runner is coming all the way around from second to score, and it's a 3-0 game. Post 14's offense is looking good here as another RBI hit. That time it's Jack Reisenweber who knocks the run in. And that's Cam Moore who scores. So Reisenweber gets the RBI single. He stands at first. And Peyton Hartman is at second base. Camian Gonzalez now is at the plate for the Hornets with a 3-0 lead. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, 2 runners on. Francesi checks the runner at second, throws the pitch. Hit well into right field. There's another base hit for post 14. And the runners will stay put. Reisenweber might have gone a little too far there. He was going to advance to third. He couldn't make it back to time in second and is tagged out before he could get to the plate. So that will retire the side. Post 14 knocks in 3 runs. They lead at 3-0 here as we head to the third inning. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park, where the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets have a 3-0 lead over the Blue Ridge Generals. And look at this, folks. It appears that we have a sprinkler malfunction here. The sprinklers have been triggered here at P.O. Faulkner Park, and they are spraying water all over the field as Trevor Bohr is warming up here.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do...
Anomaly here as... Adrian Pullen, the head coach for Blue Ridge, take a nice little shower there over along the first base side. The sprinklers are going off here. They appear to only be going off on the first base side. Nothing happening over on third base. And the first base side is where the dugout for the Blue Ridge Generals is. So we might have a bit of a stoppage in play here as we try and figure out how to shut off the sprinkler system.
Well, Tripp came up here, and I don't know what he said to us, but he sounded like
head coach Tripp Tobin for the Hornets is up in our broadcast booth here. And not sure, maybe the controls for the sprinklers are up here. Who knows? No, is that not true?
No, they're still on.
Well, it looks like they're starting to sputter off now.
Yeah.
And now instead, looks like I
think it's working now.
Sprinklers, yeah, it looks like all the sprinklers are off now. There was a moment there briefly where the sprinklers on the third base side were sprouting out, but No water on the fields now. Looks like...
well, there is water on the field, but no water being sprayed.
That's what I meant. Thank you, Nick.
Because water has now
ceased spraying.
Sprayed onto the field, but now...
All right.
Yeah,
well,
I don't know what I'm saying now. But essentially, there is water on the field because the sprinklers turned on.
Very
but
true.
Water is no longer being sprayed because the sprinklers are now off.
That's right.
That's what I was trying to say.
Well, thank you for the clarification. Looks
You're
like we're all set here to begin this top of the third inning at P.O. Faulkner between the Hornets and Generals. Quentin Slusher at the plate. He hits a grounder, and that one is bobbled and mishandled by Braden Stottlemyre, and Quentin Slusher, the left fielder, will get on with an error as the normally sure-handed Stottlemyre couldn't handle that grounder, hit right to him, bobbled it a few times, did not have enough time to make the throw to first. So Slusher is on safely to begin this third inning here for the Generals. As the error is charged to Stottlemyre here. Bohr's pitch now to the leadoff hitter Pullen is a called strike one, as we are back to the top of the order here for Blue Ridge. Pullen struck out in his first time at bat. Bohr's second pitch to him is another called strike. Count is now no balls and 2 strikes here to Bodie Pullen. The Shepherd University baseball. The runner on first base. Here's the pitch from Bohr. It's outside. Tried to get him to chase there, and he did not. That's a ball. Count is now 1-2. So in the first inning, the Generals did not have much luck at the plate with a 1-2-3 inning as he Pullen fouls back that pitch. Count remains 1-2. 1-2-3 inning to begin the game, and then in the second inning it was a complete reversal of fortune as they had 3 base runners there in the second inning. None of them were able to score, however. So the score remains 3-0 post 14. That ball is hit into fair territory. Reed drifting back in the infield makes the catch to retire Pullen for the first out.
And they'll double him up because the runner took off for second.
That's right. They'll step on the bag and get the runner. So Slusher and Pullen are both retired here. A double play. Heads-up play there by the post-14 defense.
Yeah, originally I was thinking, why didn't Reed flip to Bohr? Because I saw Bohr had covered him, and I saw the Blue Ridge player running toward the bag, but I realized then that was the batter, not the one that was already headed toward second base. So great play. Well, not really a great play, but, kind of a good situation for Berkeley post 14, and they're able to take advantage of a miscue on the base paths.
So Kemper Omps, the right fielder, number 16 at the plate for Blue Ridge. The first pitch to him is a comebacker right up the middle. Reisenweber fields it cleanly, throws over to first to Reed, who makes the catch and tags first to retire the side. And there goes Blue Ridge again. 3 outs here to end the top half of the third inning. We'll come back in 1 minute. And this is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll be back in 60.
Hi, this is Caleb Wilkerson with Boats and Soaps Cleaning Services, a fully mobile, veteran-owned and operated business. We provide commercial and residential cleaning services, mobile auto detailing, as well as vacancy cleanout services serving within 60 miles of the Martinsburg, West Virginia area. Call us Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. at 304-268-9198. Again, that's 304-268-9198. Or check us out on Facebook, Boats and Soaps Cleaning Services.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me Avery Newport. As thank you, Avery, for fixing that camera. And we'll go back to Avery now with the play-by-play.
You're welcome, Nick. And got our home plate cam all fixed up, so welcome you back.
It's still a little bit awkwardly
positioned
to the side there, but we can fix it next half inning.
All right.
Unfortunately, we've been having camera issues. So we only have 2 cameras available right now. Our main camera just isn't connecting, and now we're trying to get it connected. And but hopefully we're able to get that up soon.
Well, there's certainly a chance that the heat tonight at the ballpark is playing a factor again. Really hot one today. Still probably in the 80s here at P.O. Faulkner. As the first pitch to Chase Herndon for post 14 is outside from Francesi for ball 1. Herndon at the plate here for the Hornets. In the bottom half of the third, there's a called strike 1 that just barely got inside the near corner of the strike zone. So count is even at 1-1 to Chase Herndon, playing in center. There's a pitch that's way outside, a breaking ball that broke the wrong way. Count is 2-1.
Herndon co-EPAC Player of the Year, voted on by the coaches with Griffin Horowitz. Had a great season for Spring Mills. Unfortunately, Spring Mills didn't have the best season on the field.
3-1 count now as that last pitch was outside to him.
Yeah, Herndon was a big part of their team and definitely deserving of that EPAC Player of the Year nominee. Or
EPAC player?
Yeah, I didn't add a word there.
There you go. So there's ball 4. Chase Herndon is walked onto first base after a 5-pitch at-bat. So Stottlemyre now steps into the batter's box. Herndon stands on first after the walk. 3-0 is our score with the Hornets ahead here in the bottom of the third. No outs as the first pitch from Francesi is outside and away for ball 1. And we do apologize again, folks, for our camera issues, our technical difficulties that we've had. As that one is fouled right back. Wow, that one was almost into the press box up here at P.O. Faulkner as it bounces off of the fence behind home plate. We might have to readjust another camera here, Nick.
Well, that's the one that we would still have to adjust. So for now, it's fine.
All right. 1-2 count to Stottlemyre. Runner goes to second. The tag is applied, and that's an out there. Chase Herndon was not able to slide in time. So there's the first out of the bottom half of this third inning as Herndon heads back to the dugout. So no base runners now for post 14. Good throw there by the catcher for Blue Ridge, John Copenhaver, to record the out. And Herndon is caught stealing. Called strike there against Stottlemyre. So the count is now 1-2 strikes with 1 out, excuse me. Here's the pitch from Francesi. Swung on, hit into fair territory, into right field, drifting back, and it just ends into foul territory. So it drifted into foul territory there along the first base side. Count is 2-2 strikes here, as Stottlemyre will head back over to the batter's box. Stottlemyre had a single his last time up, stole a base, and scored a run, so he's been active tonight. Let's see if he can repeat that success here on this 2-2 pitch from Francesi. It's swung on, hit well into right center field. It will land in the gap for a base hit. Stottlemyre heads around first. He's going for third. He's going to try and get a triple here. The throw to third is not in time. Stottlemyre slides in safely for a 1-out triple. And just as they lost a base runner a moment ago, they get it right back. And this time, that base runner is in prime scoring position.
Number 11, Dylan Stevens.
It's a three-bagger there for Braden Stottlemyre, who stands alone at third. Dylan Stevens, number 11, at the plate here for Berkeley Post 14, as here's a mound visit for the Generals. Coach Pullen and the rest of the infield come to the mound, and they talk with Francesi here, who has given up 3 runs so far. Looks like Francesi's night is over as he heads off the mound. We'll have a new pitcher here, and we'll take a 60-second break as we get you the information on who the new pitcher is for Blue Ridge. You're tuned in to American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll be back in 1 minute.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park here in Martinsburg for this matchup between Berkeley Post 14 and the Blue Ridge Generals. Avery Newport, Nick Verzolini, happy to have you with us here tonight. Donald Kinney was on camera until he had some issues with his camera, and Spencer Dupuis is back in our studio tonight. We have a pitching change here for the Blue Ridge Generals. Our pitching changes are brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them, so you should too. And the new pitcher for the Generals is number 14, Garrett Mcalexander. He replaces Daniel Francesi, who's number 10 in our scorebook but wore a number 34 jersey today, causing a little bit of confusion to begin tonight's game. But he exits after giving up 3 runs, and Mcalexander takes his place. He went through all his warm-up pitches here, so we're ready to resume action at P.O. Faulkner with the score 3-0. Post 14 ahead. Mcalexander's first pitch is a foul tip back into the glove of catcher Copenhaver for strike 1. Again, our score 3-0. Hornets have the lead with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as the second pitch to Dylan Stevens is low, below the knees for ball 1. Count is even now at 1. There's a ball hit well into right field over the head of Cade Cornwell at second base. It will be a 1-out single here as the run comes in to score from third base. So it's a 4-0 lead here for Post 14 as Braden Stottlemyre comes all the way around after hitting that triple before our break.
Yeah, and the offense continues to roll for Berkeley Post. Oh, that's not good, but Bohr, luckily that didn't hit him and hit his helmet, I believe.
Wow.
Or a piece of his helmet.
So Trevor Bohr is hit by the pitch from Mcalexander, and Bohr will take his base over at first. 2 base runners now.
Now batting, number 1, Cam Moore.
And we're back to the top of the order here for Post 14. Number 1, Cam Moore, playing right field, will step into the batter's box. Here's another courtesy runner for Post 14, and it looks like Conor Bailey is back into the game to run for the starting pitcher, Trevor Bohr. And Bailey scored a run earlier today as well, in addition to stealing a base. First pitch to Cam Moore is outside for ball 1 from our new pitcher, Garrett Mcalexander. Runners on first and second here with 1 out. And a 4-0 lead for the Hornets. Here's the pitch. It swung on, hit well into right field. Drifting back is Omps playing in right. He makes the catch for out number 2. As one runner will advance. So the out there, the fly out into right field for Cam Moore. He is retired for out number 2. And now we have runners on the corners here for Peyton Hartman, who had a 2 RBI single his last time up. And the throw over to second is not in time. The runner slides in to score. Dylan Stevens. It's now a 5-0 lead for Berkeley post 14 as Hartman gets out of the way. They tried to get the runner at second. They could not. So Conor Bailey, I believe, is the man standing on second base. Peyton Hartman at the plate. 1-0 count to him. There's a breaking ball that breaks inside for called strike 1. Count is even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. And a runner on second base. 5-0 lead here for the Berkeley post 14 Hornets. McAlexander's pitch. There's a swing and a well-hit ball. That'll land in for a base hit. Here comes Bailey around to score. There's no throw to home, and Bailey is in there cleanly for an RBI single for Peyton Hartman. He's got 3 RBIs now, and it's a 6-0 lead for post 14.
Now batting, number 21.
Yeah, well-hit baseball there down the line. And, you know, the offense playing at a high level right now for the Hornets, so good to see some good baseball out of them.
So Bailey scores his 2nd run of the game. Stevens scored as well just a moment ago, so the offense is clicking here. Colin Reid hits a ball well into center field, but the catch is made for out number 3 to retire this side. The Hornets plate 3 in the bottom half of the 3rd. We'll head to the 4th inning with our score, post 14 6 and the Generals nothing. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda HR-V and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Civic or Accord. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
All right, there. Thank you, Trip Tobin. He announced to us in the booth some substitutions here for his post-14 Hornets team. We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park, where the Hornets have a 6-0 lead over the Blue Ridge Generals here as we begin the 4th inning of play. Trevor Bohr still on the mound, and if you could hear there, Trip announcing his substitutions. Conor Bailey has checked into the game for Cam Moore in right field. And number 22, Deuce Stroh-Snyder is at the plate here for the Generals, playing shortstop. So Moore exits the game, and Bailey will take his place in right field as the pitch from Bohr is a called strike 1 to begin this top half of the 4th. Stroh-Snyder struck out his last time up. Second pitch to him is low and barely misses the strike zone there for ball one. Count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike to Deuce Stroh-Snyder. Bohr winds up, throws the pitch, swung on, a comebacker. Nice play there, sliding to get it is Bohr. The throw to first is high over the head of Reed. So Stroh-Snyder around first on his way to second. He will stop there as the throwing error is charged to Trevor Bohr, who made a nice play fielding that ball as it came right back to him over at the pitcher's mound, but the throw, just sailed on him over to first base.
Yeah, kind of a weird play as it was hit right back to Trevor Bohr, who fielded it cleanly, like you said, and had time and tried to float it over there to Reed, but it just floated a little bit too much.
So Stroh-Snyder, as the pitch gets away, rolls to the backstop. Stroh-Snyder will advance to third. So some miscues here fielding-wise for post 14 with a 6-0 lead. And Stroh-Snyder now standing at third with no outs. Nick Bell, number 34 at the plate for the Generals. Pitch gets away there from Hartman. He's able to haul it in. Nice job blocking the plate, but the count is 2 balls and no strikes here to Nick Bell, number 34, playing third base. Deuce Stroh-Snyder, the shortstop, standing at third. There's the pitch, a swing, and he chops that one foul behind home plate. Dribbles back to the backstop. 2-1 now the count. Trevor Bohr with a 2-1 count here and a 6-0 lead. Winds up, fires the pitch to home plate. It's a breaking ball that breaks outside for ball 3. 3-1 now the count. Nick Bell has his family in attendance here. They've got a nice sign for him that says, "Let's go, Nick Bell." So love to see his family supporting him here. There's a foul ball. Hit over to the first base side and out of play. Count is full at 3-2. Again, a nice crowd here on hand at P.O. Faulkner to watch tonight's game as the sun beginning to set here in Martinsburg. Temperature starting to go down as well. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Nick Bell. So Bell heads back to the dugout for out number 1. Bohr, that's his 3rd K of this game. He's done pretty well so far on the mound for this post-14 team. Still a scoreless game for him. So the first pitch now to Clayton Braithwaite, the first baseman, is a ball outside. Braithwaite got on with a single his last time up. Bohr's pitch, beautiful pitch there, graces the outside corner for a called strike 1. Count is even now at 1. And here's the pitch from Bohr, a swing and a miss. Good placement again on that pitch from Trevor Bohr, and Braithwaite misses, so 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Post 14 leads it 6-0. Swing, and that one is fouled back again behind home plate. Count remains 1-2. Still a runner on third, Deuce Stroh-Snyder, number 22, who's advanced on a couple of errors. Bohr winds up, throws the pitch. Ball gets away from Hartman, and Stroh-Snyder will come in to score easily for the first run of the game for the Blue Ridge Generals. Score now is 6-1. So Stroh-Snyder advances all the way home without a base hit, as the pass ball there recorded by, or it might have been a wild pitch from Trevor Bohr, the pitcher. There's a chopper over to the second baseman. The throw caught by Reed to retire Braithwaite for out number 2.
Yeah, some miscues there, kind of allowing Blue Ridge to take this lead, opposed to them, I guess, kind of earning it in a lot of ways, because you have the error and then a wild pitch that kind of allowed that runner to come around to score.
There's a well-hit ball that's slapped right into the glove of Reisenweber. He throws to Reed, who steps onto the bag for the third and final out of this top half of the fourth inning. So the Generals are able to get a run in, but the deficit is still quite large here. 6-1, Post 14 leads it. We'll take a 60-second break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Well, this sucks.
All right, Reisenweber is at fourth.
I don't even know what's going on in the game because I've been trying to fix these cameras the whole time. Was it 6-1?
Yeah, 6-1. 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Donald Kinney on camera and Spencer Dupuis back in the studio. 6-1 is our score. Post 14 has the 5-run advantage here over the Generals as Garrett Mcalexander, the pitcher, continues to warm up here for Blue Ridge. And the Generals were able to knock in their first run, although they didn't need a base hit to do so. A wild pitch was the catalyst there as Deuce Stroh-Snyder was able to come all the way around after getting on with an error, advancing with an error, and scoring on the wild pitch. Still, the offense has struggled to get a lot of consistency going here for the Generals. Consistency has not been a problem at all for Berkeley Post 14. Number 24, Jack Reisenweber, will lead things off here for the Hornets. Reisenweber had a single and an RBI his last time at the plate. Mcalexander winds up and throws the first pitch to him, a curveball that is outside the zone at the knees of Reisenweber for ball one. Mcalexander loads up, throws again. There's a fastball right down the heart of the plate, but I believe it was a little low there. Misses the zone, so 2-0 now the count to Jack Reisenweber, who's gotten on both times he's been up to bat. No swing there for Reisenweber. Pitch low again, so 3-0 count here to the University of Charleston player Jack Reisenweber. There's a called strike one. Mcalexander gets back in the count, 3-1 now. There's the pitch, another called strike to load the count now. Balls and strikes are looking 3-2 here. Payoff pitch from Mcalexander, swing and a chopper into fair territory, and now they will say bounced foul, so the at-bat continues for Reisenweber. Count remains full at 3-2. 6-1 is our score. The pitch from Mcalexander. He delivers an off-speed. It's hit well, very well, into center field. Drifting back is Pullen, who makes the catch for out number one to retire Reisenweber. So good at-bat there. Was able to keep it alive. Work the count full, and hit a fly ball into deep center that was caught by Pullen for out number 1. Reisenweber now 2 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, not quite the result you want, but you said it. You battled. You got that pitch count up. You saw a lot of pitches. So for the rest of the guys in the lineup, you might have helped them out with that at bat. And anytime you can get a lot of pitches, that usually plays advantage to the batter.
Gonzalez now at the plate for post 14. He hits it well into the gap. Pullen running from center field. Diving, cannot make the catch. So the ball gets away from Pullen as he tried to haul that one in. Gonzalez will stay at first for a single, and I'm not going to call that an error. That was a very tough play for Pullen to make, running all the way from center field. Ball was hit into the air towards the gap between center and right field, and Gonzalez will stand put at first. So Gonzalez, his second base hit of the evening. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Standing at first, Chase Herndon now at the plate for post 14. Pitch from Mcalexander, called strike 1. Herndon walked his last time up. Herndon gets ready. And the throwback to first from Mcalexander. Not in time as Gonzalez gets back to the bag, so no pickoff there. Count is no balls, 1 strike to Chase Herndon, number 14. With 1 out here. The pitch from Mcalexander is inside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Now the bottom half of this lineup here for Berkeley post 14 has done a lot of damage. There's a swing, a ball hit well into left. Chasing out to get it. A diving catch is made by Slusher to retire Chase Herndon. Wow, what a play out there in left field by Slusher, number 12, who had to make up some distance there to catch that ball. Hung in the air just long enough for Quentin Slusher to dive for it, make the catch for out number 2. Gonzalez still standing over at first base for post 14 at the plate now. And we have a substitution here for post 14. Brad Smedick, number 20, is in the game. He is at the plate now. Swing and a miss for Smedick with 2 outs. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 6-1 ball game. Post 14 has the lead. Gonzalez has a lead at first. There's another swing and a miss for Smedick, who's down in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Checks the runner at first, swings. There's a grounder. Hit over by third base. The throw is in time. They get the out at first to retire the side. Smedick grounds out to end the 4th inning. Post 14 still has the lead, 6-1. We'll come back with the top of the 5th. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Up and down the I-81 corridor, we will beat any and all competitors' prices. And we've made buying a new car easier than ever with 1-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
the... All right, looks like we've got a new pitcher here. All right, Landon Sifford has checked in. What was that, Trip? All right. So Conor Bailey now in left field. Trevor Bohr off of the pitcher's mound into right field. Landon Sifford, number 4, the Martinsburg Bulldog, is catching right now. Lots of changes here for post 14 defensively. So Sifford comes into the place of Peyton Hartman, excuse me. So Hartman exits the game, a 3 RBI night for him. New pitcher for post 14 is number 8, Jason Myers. So since Trevor Bohr is in right field, no longer pitching, I think it's probably appropriate to announce that our pitching changes are brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them. You should too. The first pitch from our new pitcher, Myers, is a called strike 1. Myers delivers again. There's a great fastball that just cannot make contact there is Cade Cornwell, the second baseman, for strike 2. Myers working quickly here. His third pitch is another swing and a miss, and down goes Cornwell on 3 pitches. A strikeout in the first batter he faces for Jason Myers.
Well, Avery, I got good news. We now have Donald's camera.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now have 3 cameras back again on the broadcast. Apologies there for the delays, but Donald Kinney is back on camera. There's a ball that has popped up and rolls foul. He'll rule it foul there for the batter there for Blue Ridge. There's another substitution, and we'll get that to you in just a second. Next pitch to him is outside, above the zone for ball 1. Another pitch is right there on the corner of the zone for a called strike 2, so the count is now 1-2 to number 14, Garrett Mcalexander, the pitcher in the game now for Blue Ridge. And a called strike 3. Mcalexander strikes out. Another strikeout here for Jason Myers, who struck out the first 2 batters that he's faced so far. A good start for Myers. So Cornwell is struck out, as well as Mcalexander. There's a chopper that goes foul for the new batter in the game for the Generals. Number 99, a very high jersey number, Sam Jackson from James Wood High School.
You could say the highest jersey number.
Yes, quite literally. With 2 outs here, an 0-2 count. There's a chopper. Hit over to short. The throw to first. Reed makes the catch, steps on the bag, retires the side. A quick 1-2-3 inning, and a good start for Jason Myers on the mound. 6-1 is our score, post 14 ahead. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. You're tuned in to American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Pilot and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Ridgeline, CR-V, or Passport. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Sun starting to set here at P.O. Faulkner Park. A lovely night as the temperature has dropped as well. Lots of fans still in attendance cheering on these two teams, Berkeley Post 14 and the Blue Ridge Generals from Winchester, Virginia. 6-1 is our score. Post 14 ahead. Avery Newport, Nick Verzolini on the call with you tonight. Donald Kinney finally back on camera after we had issues with his cam for most of the night, but we are all set there. And Spencer Dupuis is back in our studio. Garrett Mcalexander delivers the first pitch of the bottom half of the fifth inning to Dylan Stevens. And it's a called strike one. A nice breaking ball there. Breaks right where it had to. And there's a ball that's hit well into the gap in between center and right. That'll land for a base hit. Stevens on the run. He will head to second base for a stand-up double. Dylan Stevens gets this inning off on the right foot there with a extra base hit. So Stevens now with the two-bagger. He stands alone at second base. Trevor Bohr, formerly the pitcher, now playing in right field. Conor Bailey moves over to left field. Garrett Mcalexander, the pitch, a swing and a miss from Bohr. Misses there. So the count is now 0-1 to Trevor Bohr, with Dylan Stevens with a nice sizable lead over at second. A breaking ball. Gets the outside corner of the zone for called strike two. 0-2 now the count. No outs here in the bottom of the fifth. 6-1 our score. Post 14 leads it by 5. Swing. Bohr hits it into fair territory. Shallow outfield. Running in to make the play is Kemper Ohms. In left field. Makes the catch for out number 1. Retires Bohr. For the first out here. The wind is starting to pick up here at P.O. Faulkner, too. A light breeze coming through. It's a very pleasant evening here in Martinsburg. Mcalexander's pitch is an off-speed pitch that catches the zone for called strike 1. To number 9, Conor Bailey at the plate for Post 14. Mcalexander's pitch, a swing and a miss. Bailey can't make contact there. He's down in the count 0-2. 1 out here. Mcalexander looks back at the runner at second base, Dylan Stevens. He throws the pitch. It's just outside of the zone for ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes here. 1 out for Conor Bailey, who scored 2 runs, has a stolen base as well, was hit by a pitch his last time up. He foul tips that ball into the glove of Copenhaver for strike 3. And down goes Conor Bailey swinging on that pitch for out number 2.
Yeah, the offense has cooled off a little bit here in these middle innings from Berkeley Post 14, but still in control of this ball game, Avery, and a chance to add runs of a runner in scoring position.
Peyton Hartman now at the plate. He hits that one foul over along the first base side. So Hartman down 0-1. Peyton Hartman has arguably been the player of the game tonight for Post 14. 2 singles, 3 RBIs for him, the catcher. Replaced defensively by Landon Sifford. Breaking ball low and away for ball 1, evens the count at 1-1. Hartman chops that one into center field. It will drop right in front of the center fielder for a base hit. And the throw back to the catcher bounces on the pitcher's mound there. Copenhagen still fields it cleanly. Hartman is on with a single, standing on first base, and Dylan Stevens advances to third. So runners on the corners here now for post 14. Colin Reid is at the plate. And a prime scoring opportunity here for post 14. The runner goes. Hartman will try and steal second, and he does so without a throw. So Hartman advances on the stolen base, no contest. First pitch to Colin Reid was a called strike one. So a stolen base there for Hartman. Second pitch misses outside for ball one, evens the count with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 6-1 lead for the Hornets. Breaking pitch graces the bottom portion of the zone for a called strike two to Colin Reid.
Avery, this is the right guy to have at the plate.
Power hitter for sure.
And there he goes.
There's an opposite field hit that will score one. Reid will head to first for a single. The throw home is not in time. Hartman comes around from second as well. 2 runs will score. It's a 2 RBI double now as Reid will advance on the throw. So Colin Reid. I believe. Oh, yeah.
It'll be ruled a single, but he advances on the third.
That's right. So a single, pardon me, for Colin Reid. Knocks in 2 runs. It's now 8-1 post 14 ahead here in this one.
But either way, I mean, right on cue, Colin Reid, dials it up and sends it into right field.
Called strike one there for.
We were talking about potentially the offense slowing down, but it's picked right back up here.
That's right. Jason Myers now, the pitcher, at the plate, fouls this one back for strike 2. 0-2 now the count, 2 outs.
And Myers, one of the younger guys on this team, a junior, just finished his junior season, heading into his senior year, and he hits well at P.O. Faulkner. He homered a few weeks ago when we had the game here, and he homered for Musselman in the sectional tournament. So, big spot, good bat to have with his ability to go deep.
And the pitch behind Jason Myers there. A little lack of control for Mcalexander. He shakes it off, walks back to the pitcher's mound. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Jason Myers. In the game for Jack Reisenweber, he hits a grounder to the third. The throw to first is in time for out number 3 to retire the side and end the inning, but not before 2 runs come across to score for post 14. The Hornets lead at 8-1, and we'll come back for the start of the 6th inning. You're tuned into American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Pilot and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Ridgeline, CR-V, or Passport. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park here in Martinsburg as the sun begins to set. A very pretty skyline here in the eastern Panhandle. Lots of clouds in the sky tonight. And they're starting to turn pink. A lovely setting for baseball here at P.O. Faulkner, where our score is 8-1 in favor of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets over the Blue Ridge Generals. At the top of the 6th inning here, Avery Newport and Nick Verzolini. Happy to have you with us tonight. Donald Kinney on camera, Spencer Dupuis back in our studio, and Jason Myers now on the mound here for Post 14, sporting a 7-run lead. And the offenses look great so far for this Post 14 team. 2 runs came across last time up. Peyton Hartman scored. Dylan Stevens scored as well on that single by Colin Reid, who's still in the game at first base defensively. So Myers, first pitch to Richard Terry, a new batter in here for Blue Ridge, number 7. There's a called strike to Terry. A 1 count for Jason Myers, who looked fantastic his last time up. That time a foul ball hit behind the press box. 0-2 now. Richard Terry behind. 2 strikeouts for Jason Myers last time. There's a grounder over to first, fielded cleanly by Reed, who steps on the bag for out number 1, and down goes Richard Terry. So Myers yet to allow a base runner here. Kemper Ops playing in right now. I believe he has transitioned over to left field. First pitch to Ops is a called strike 1. Myers, the fastball is outside, away from the zone for ball 1. Evens up the count. Ops has played well in the outfield tonight. At the plate, it's a different story, however. 2 groundouts for him in his 2 appearances. 2-1 count to him as that pitch is low again for ball 3.
Yeah. See if get this first out be important. You don't want to give up those free bases, and there it is.
Ball 4 to Ops, who has walked on 5 pitches, so Ops will get on base for the first time this evening. Deuce Stroh-Snyder now. He scored the only run tonight for Blue Ridge. Takes a couple practice hacks, steps into the batter's box, and awaits the pitch. Kemper Ops with a nice lead at first. The throwback to first, not in time, as Ops makes it in safely. So the pickoff attempt unsuccessful.
Well, if Blue Ridge is going to mount a comeback, you give up that lead base runner.
Whoa. And fastball hits the shoulder of Stroh-Snyder. So hit by pitch there. Stroh-Snyder takes his base at first. Ops moves to second. 2 base runners on now. And a pitch that was a fastball that just kind of did not have the control that Myers wanted there.
Yeah, Myers, 4-pitch walk and then hits a batter. So definitely losing a little bit of control.
After such a strong start, 1-2-3 inning when he first entered the game, starting to lose his composure here a bit. There's a discussion at the mound between Landon Sifford, Dylan Stevens, the catcher, and third baseman respectively, and Myers. Myers looks all set. Nick Bell, the third baseman, at the plate with 2 runners on, first and second base. Myers checks the runner at second, delivers the first pitch to Bell, and it's upstairs for ball 1.
Big opportunity here. You got 2 on. You have Myers, who's struggled a little bit so far to begin this inning.
1-0 count, checks the runner at second. There's a well-hit ball deep to dead center, running and trying to make the catch. Ball gets away And it looks like a runner will score here. Kemper Omps comes all the way around from second to score. And it's a tough play there to make in second, so I'm not going to rule that a fielding error. Stroh-Snyder will advance to third, and Nick Bell is on cleanly.
Well, that's what Blue Ridge needed, to drive that run in. Nick Bell has done a good job at the plate so far in this game, so finding ways to get on base, and they're able to drive in the run.
First pitch to Braithwaite is inside and away for ball one. Score is now 8-2. Post 14 still ahead by 6 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Second pitch to him is again inside for ball two. 2-0 now the count, with Bell on second base and Stroh-Snyder standing on third. 2 runners in scoring position here in a 6-run game. Swing and a grounder, hit over to second. The throw is made over to first for the out. That's now the second out of the inning. But even with the ground out, the runner comes in to score. Stroh-Snyder scores on the ground out from third. So the score now 8-3. Post 14 still ahead. And Bell advances to third on the play. There's a called strike for Myers as he faces John Copenhaver, the catcher, number 8. Copenhaver has a single tonight. There's a grounder hit over to the shortstop. Tough throw made. The play is made over at first. Nice catch there by Reed to get the out at first base and retire the side. But not before 2 runs come across here for the Generals. Post 14 still leads at 8-3. We'll take a break and come back for the bottom of the 6th inning. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
An important community announcement concerning COVID-19 testing. Beginning June 18th, the drive-through COVID-19 testing site on the WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center campus will be closed. New walk-in COVID-19 community testing sites will be available instead at all 3 WVU Medicine urgent care locations in Charlestown, Inwood, and Spring Mills, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tests require a physician's order for symptomatic patients. Results available in 24 hours on WVU MyChart accounts. No appointment necessary.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
A wonderful night for baseball here at P.O. Faulkner Park. The sun is setting there over along the third base side. A lovely tempered evening here at P.O. Faulkner Park. 8-3 is our score. Berkeley Post 14 has the lead over the Blue Ridge Generals out of Winchester, Virginia. And the Generals were able to plate 2 runs there in the top half of the 6th to shorten the deficit here to 5 runs. Still quite a lot of ground for them to make up. As Garrett Mcalexander, number 14, still pitching here for Blue Ridge. But it's finally nice, Nick, to see their offense come alive there in that top half of the inning, plating 2 runs.
Yeah, they had a few opportunities earlier in the game that they didn't take advantage of, but Blue Ridge was able to get some runs across there, and we'll see if Berkeley Post 14 now with some of their subs in the game, Sifford being one of them, can get a rally going again like they did really throughout this game. Good offense, coming 1 through 9 in the lineup like we expected from this team.
Landon Sifford doing the catching tonight in relief is at the plate here. And he's got a 2-0 count now from Mcalexander as that second pitch is outside. Here's the third pitch of the at-bat. It's a bouncer in front of the catcher for ball 3. to Landon Sifford, who scored last time up. The pitch from Mcalexander is a called strike one. Gets back in the count 3-1. Comfortable lead here for post 14, but still plenty of time left in this game as there's a well-hit ball into the gap in center field. It will drop for a base hit for Sifford. He's rounding first, going for second, and he's in there for a stand-up double. Landon Sifford, a good piece of hitting there. Hits that ball into the center and right field gap. And it looks like Sifford will come out here, or no, perhaps, nope, he's just giving his batting equipment to his first base coach over there. Sifford remains in the game at second base. Chase Herndon at the plate.
Was a guy that really was swinging a great bat for Martinsburg to begin the season. Cooled off a little bit as the year went around, but definitely has the ability to hit the ball really well, and there he goes opposite field and gets himself a nice hit.
Called strike one there, evens up the count to Herndon at 1-1 strike. Sifford at second base has a comfortable lead. Mcalexander looks back, throws the pitch. That's a well-hit ball to dead center. Running back, cannot make the catch as it bounces towards the wall. And Sifford will come around to score another double there, an extra base hit. And it plates one for post 14, a 9-3 ball game now as Sifford scores from second on a double by Chase Herndon.
Yeah, Chase Herndon was a double machine for Spring Mills this year, and there he nearly got all of that one.
So Chase Herndon gets the RBI double. Might need some sleeves now as the sun beginning to set. A little colder than it was at first pitch.
Well, I'll tell you what, Herndon, he rolled the sleeve down for the at-bat, but now he's on the base pass, he's rolled it back up.
Interesting strategy there.
I don't know what it does for you. Do you want the quarter sleeves for the base pass? Apparently not. Maybe it makes you a little bit faster, less sleeve, more speed.
Well, I know what we want right now, and that is a break because there is a pitching change here. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll come back with information about your new pitcher for the Generals. You're tuned in to American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 1 minute.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
At Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths, we ensure your home is both beautiful and functional.
We've been taking care of our neighbors for over 25 years.
We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodeling, from start to finish, from design until installation. Whether it's countertops, cabinets, backsplashes, or full baths, we've got you covered.
Custom work done with care. We are Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. 8-3, our score between Berkeley Post 14 and the Blue Ridge Generals. And a new pitcher is in the game for the Generals. And our pitching changes are brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them, so you should too. And our new pitcher for the Generals, who is just finishing up his warm-ups here, is number 26, Camden Comins, who's one of the few players on this General team that does not attend James Wood High School. He is a student at Millbrook High School. So Comins is in the game on the pitcher's mound. He just finished up his warm-up pitches here. And Comins will now prepare to face
Brad
Smedick, number 20, who came into the game for Braden Stottlemyre. Smedick on the first pitch he sees hits it well out to right field. Fielder's under it to make the catch. The runner advances all the way to third. Believe that's Herndon. So Chase Herndon standing at third base. The fly out recorded there by Brad Smedick for out number 1. So Dylan Stevens now at the plate. Started in left, now playing at third base. And the first pitch to him from Comins is outside for ball 1. Another pitch to him is again outside, ball 2 for Comins. Facing Dylan Stevens, who's had a good game tonight at the plate. Is a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. Very effective night for him. As that's ball 3 there to Stevens. 3-0 the count.
Yeah, Stevens a very capable hitter. A lot of the hype around him is what he does on the mound, but he can do good things at the plate as well as he draws a walk here.
Dylan Stevens walks on just 4 pitches, so not the start you want for Comins here.
And Trevor Bohr's had a real nice game, so you bring him to the plate, runners on the corners, good opportunity for Berkeley post 14 to add on to this lead.
And Stevens will immediately try and steal second, and he will cleanly without a throw. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Stevens at second, advancing on the stolen base. And Chase Herndon at third. 1-0 count to Trevor Bohr. Fastball misses for ball 2.
Yeah, Stevens got an excellent read. Was there pretty much to second base before the ball was even in the glove of the catcher.
No throw even attempted, as there's another fastball that misses outside for Comins, who steps off the mound for a moment. 3-0 now the count as he circles around for a second, tries to regain his composure. His catcher, Copenhaver, and his pitching coach walk out to the mound, and they will have a chat with him. Not the start you want.
Yeah, it seems like he hasn't really had his control, missing a lot of spots. Been an issue to throw strikes, and if you're not throwing strikes, you're usually not going to have too much success. You definitely don't want to load the bases up here, but you've gotten ahead or behind to Trevor Bohr 3-0, who's already hit a few times in this game really well. So, 2 runners in scoring position. You don't want to load the bases up here with the top of the order coming back up, but you don't want to give in to Bohr either. So it's a tough situation.
3-0 count to Trevor Bohr. The pitch from Comins is dropped, but called strike. So Copenhaver can't haul it in, but it doesn't matter. There's a strike called there. Comins back in the count, 3-1. 1 out here, runners on second and third base. There's a foul ball hit by Bohr, fouled back behind home plate, over along the third base side.
Well, good comeback here. You get down 3-0, and then you throw 2 pretty good pitches to make it a full count.
3-2 now. Payoff pitch is swung on, hit well into left field. Running out, can't make the catch is Jackson, I believe, who's in left. 1 run will come around to score, and it looks like Stevens will come around to score as well. So another 2 RBI double here for Trevor Bohr, and it's now an 11-3 ball game. Post 14 cruising here as Bohr stands on second.
Well, you love what you've seen from Trevor Bohr tonight. Started the game pretty well on the mound. Now contributing at the plate, hitting the ball all over the field, hitting it to right, hitting it to left. Really nice performance.
3 runs now scored in this bottom half of the 6th inning, as the first pitch to Conor Bailey is a called strike 1 from Comins.
And you see why Trevor Bohr's on this team, as the guy that kind of had a down year for him high school-wise, but really hitting the ball well.
Pitch gets away from the catcher Copenhaver, and Bohr will advance to third cleanly. So another runner in prime scoring position here for Conor Bailey.
Here in Legion, and at times he would come up and make some big hits for Musselman. So he's the guy that steps up in big roles and contributes.
11-3 our score, post 14 ahead, as there's a ball thrown by Camden Comans. 2 balls, 1 strike the count now, 1 out for Conor Bailey, who's had an active night. He's been active on the base paths with a stolen base. Bailey, check swing there, does not go around. And the pitch is outside for ball 3. 3-1 now. The count to Bailey. Comans looks at the runner at third. Bohr, he fires the pitch. There's a chopper hit right up the middle, and the ball is not fielded cleanly. The throw to first is not on time, so everybody's safe. Bohr comes around to score from third, and Conor Bailey is
Now batting, number 13, Peyton.
on board safely after the error there by the second baseman. So a 12-3 score now for Berkeley post 14. And a 9-run lead, 4 runs scored in this bottom half of the inning.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely an error there, but with Conor Bailey's speed, it does put that extra pressure on those infielders and can allow guys to make mistakes or cause guys to make mistakes because of his speed. You got to be worried about Bailey to leg it out anyway, but if you make a mistake, he's definitely getting to first base in time.
1-1 count to Peyton Hartman at the plate. Comans' pitch is low and away for ball 2, 2-1 now. With Conor Bailey such a threat to steal on first base. Already has a stolen base tonight. Bailey with a nice lead. The pitch from Comans is delivered. There's a chopper foul along the third base side for Peyton Hartman.
It wasn't your traditional stolen base by Conor Bailey earlier.
It was not.
But he does have the speed to steal. I think here they'll probably keep him on first, but definitely has the ability to take off at any time.
And speak of the devil, there he goes. Bailey will head over towards second, but we'll have to head back to first after that pitch is fouled away by Hartman, so no stolen base.
There is only 1 out, so.
No harm, no foul, I suppose.
Might as well with his speed.
1 ball, 2 strikes here to Hartman with 1 out. 9-run lead for post 14. There's the off-speed pitch is hit directly to the shortstop, who can't haul it in. And another fielding error there by Deuce Stroh-Snyder over at short. Bailey advances to second on the error, and Hartman is aboard cleanly.
Yeah, Blue Ridge, it just seems like things are getting away from them throughout this game. As we get later into it, the lead continuing to grow for post 14. I mean, Hartman's got pretty good speed, so you're probably not getting a double play ball there, but you got to at least get 1 on that play, and you should have already got Bailey on a ground out earlier. So these outs not being picked up, and that puts just that much more pressure on your pitcher.
So Colin Reid at the plate now. Reid has had a very good game. 2 RBIs for him on 2 base hits. First pitch to him is a ball, 1-0 count. And another pitch is almost in the exact same location there from Comans. Another fastball that misses, so 2-0 now to Colin Reid. Last time up, had a 2 RBI single, advanced to second on the throw. So productive night at the plate for him, called strike there.
It's been an excellent night for Reid at the plate.
Fielding as well, he's been very solid over at first base. Chopper, that's a hit foul by Reid, bounces.
Definitely a guy in line for a potential player of the game.
I would think so, Nick. But you got a couple contenders here for post 14. Peyton Hartman has had an excellent game as well. Chase Herndon, you could argue, as that one's fouled back again.
Well, that's why he's in contention. I haven't given him the award yet.
Very true, very true.
Still plenty of baseball. I'm not sure if there is a run rule in Legion or not, but potentially approaching that, so I don't know how much more baseball we have left.
Ball 4 here to Colin Reid. He gets on base again. And the bases are now loaded for post 14. Reid over at first. Hartman stands at second. And I believe that's Conor Bailey over there at third. So
it is.
Sacks are packed here. Only one out. As Jason Myers, the batter, he flies that ball out to foul territory over there on the first base side. So there's a strike one.
There is a run rule, but this is not a Legion game technically, right? Because it's not a Legion team, so I'm not certain how they'll play it if they do get to the 10-run rule.
That's right. There's a ball that gets away from the catcher, Copenhaver, who recovers quickly, makes sure that Bailey cannot advance from third, so all the runners stay put. But again, bases loaded here. 1-1 count to the pitcher, Myers. Another bouncer in front of the plate. Copenhaver blocks that one successfully. Two-one now the count, one out. 9-run lead. Of course, as Nick just mentioned, this is not a
Legion opponent.
That's right. So we're not entirely sure if the run rule will apply in this game, as that pitch misses downstairs for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike the count here to Myers.
I would tend to think yes, but we'll see.
Myers hits that well, but it will drift foul over on the first base side.
Because a big reason why a run rule would be in place is you don't want to use up all your pitching, and this is still a travel team that they're playing while it's not a Legion team. You don't want to have to use up too much pitching in a game.
Ball hit well to the second baseman, and he can't field it cleanly again. They try to get the force at second, and the play is not in time. Reid advances safely, and another run will come across to score. That's Bailey from third. So it's now a 13-3 game, and doesn't look like we're stopping playing baseball. So I believe we will continue here.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they would or not. I also think, though, because this is essentially a scrimmage, I would think, in some ways, because it's not really a Legion opponent. They're not in the same league, so I don't know if maybe the teams decided that we would kind of want to get a lot of different looks from our guys. I'm not exactly certain, Avery, but we'd have to ask Manager Tobin for us to have a confirmed answer on this. But it looks like we're going to have a pitching change.
It does look like it. So Coleman's night is over after a short inning of work. Gave up a few earned runs there. So we'll have a new pitcher here, and we'll take a 60-second break as we get you prepared for the new pitcher here in the ballgame for Blue Ridge. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Hi, this is Caleb Wilkerson with Boats and Soaps Cleaning Services, a fully mobile, veteran-owned and operated business. We provide commercial and residential cleaning services, mobile auto detailing, as well as vacancy cleanout services serving within 60 miles of the Martinsburg, West Virginia area. Call us Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. at 304-268-9198. Again, that's 304-268-9198. Or check us out on Facebook, Boats and Soaps Cleaning Services.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park, and it's time for yet another pitching change here for the Generals. Our pitching changes are brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them, so you should too. Our new pitcher in the game for Blue Ridge is number 12, Quentin Slusher, who is another one of these players on this General roster that does not attend James Wood High School. He's only one of 3 with this roster that we have here. He attends Clark County High School. So Slusher in the game. He was initially the starting left fielder for Blue Ridge in tonight's contest. But he will take the mound here, and he will face Landon Sifford, who scored his last time up. A 10-run lead here, 13-3. For Berkeley post 14. The first pitch of the game from Slusher is a called strike one right at the knees to Landon Sifford. As the sun has finally set here at P.O. Faulkner, a very pleasant evening for some baseball. There's another called strike. Again, a low pitch that just graces that bottom corner of the zone. Count is now no balls and 2 strikes. Sifford, we saw a lot of him, Nick, at Martinsburg High School this year. Very solid hitter as that pitch gets away there from the catcher, Copenhaver.
Yeah, I think what impresses me about Sifford most, too, is his versatility. A guy that can play outfield and catch. Kind of a rare combination, but does both pretty well.
Slusher delivers the 1-2 pitch. It's a comebacker right up the middle. Nice play there to field it by the second baseman, the shortstop covering second. Can't haul it in. The throw was wide. And so bases are loaded again. Everybody's safe as Hartman comes around.
Now batting, number 14, Chase Herndon.
So Chase Herndon at the plate here. Again, a great play there by the second baseman, but he just could not make that throw to get the out at second base.
Well, Herndon back up, and he's had quite the game so far.
Yeah, Herndon has played quite well, has a 2 RBI double in this game. He walked as well. He's been on base a few times. Herndon looks at a called strike.
And the sleeves are back rolled up.
That's right. So, yeah, I guess when he's batting, he likes to have the freedom of...
Well, no, he had him down when he was batting last time when he hit the double, but then when he got on second, he rolled him back up. So maybe it's just an equipment error.
Well, it would be one of the few errors that Post 14 has had tonight. They've played a fantastic game.
If that's the worst error you have, you're having a pretty good night.
That's right. There's a chopper hit onto the first base side, gets past the first baseman Braithwaite. Now the right fielder can't haul it in. So 1 run will score. Now 2 runs will score. As Myers and I believe Colin Reid come across to score here. It's now 15-3, Post 14.
And Avery, believe in yourself, man. That was Colin Reid.
It was Colin Reid. You're right.
You know the team.
I do.
Don't say I believe it was Colin Reid. It was.
So now 2 base runners, both in scoring position on second and third. Brad Smedick at the plate. Nice off-speed pitch is called strike 1. And our sports director, Spencer Dupuis, chiming in from the studio, wondering I mean, this is a 15-3 game here.
Yeah, I don't know, but it is what it is, right? I mean, we're out here, we're enjoying the baseball. You mentioned it being a nice night. It has turned into quite the night, Avery.
And again, no run rule here from what we are aware of, as this is, again, a non-American Legion contest. So we continue on. Slusher's pitch is downstairs for a ball. 2-1 now the count. Still one out here. 7 runs scored by post 14. And the pitch from Slusher. Good-looking fastball, just misses outside. 3-1 now the count for Slusher. He had a quiet night at the plate, but holding his own on the pitching mound.
Yeah, the defense has really let down, I think, this Blue Ridge pitching. I mean,
swing and a miss there.
A few of these have been hard-hit ground balls, but you've had 2 or 3 just in the gloves of guys, and they couldn't make throws because of losing it on transition, so just some sloppy plays.
Payoff pitch here is a swing and a miss, and down goes Brad Smedick on a strikeout for out number 2 of the inning. And so Quentin Slusher gets a much-needed strikeout there. Dylan Stevens at the plate here. But, Nick, you're right. I mean, the pitching really has not been the problem here tonight for the Generals. It's especially that last scoring play that allowed 2 runs to come in was a grounder hit over to first base side that neither the first baseman nor the right fielder could haul in, as the first pitch from Stevens is fouled off over on the right side of the field along first base.
Yeah, that one I could see maybe how the first baseman couldn't get a glove on it. It was a play I thought he was going to make, but it wasn't like the worst misplayed ball, I guess. So we've seen a few, though, even up the middle that have just been misplayed that have allowed this inning to continue. And what really could have been a quiet inning for Berkeley post 14 has turned into a huge inning. And I don't know, maybe they'll extend the run rule out to 15 in this case, and that's still possible to get to at this point. But it has been a dominating performance. That's for certain.
Once again, our score 15-3 here. Post 14 is up by 12 with a runner on second and a runner on third. Looks like Camian Gonzalez is back in the game, standing on third base. 2-1 count here to Dylan Stevens with 2 outs. Quentin Slusher with the pitch upstairs for ball 3. And Stevens is certainly a candidate for player of the game. He's scored 3 runs tonight, has a double, a stolen base, a walk. He's made plenty of appearances on the base paths. There's a well-hit ball out to right field. Fielder camps under it, cannot make the catch. Another fielding error here as Gonzalez will come in to score from third. And Dylan Stevens advances safely to second base. Chase Herndon standing at third. And what looked like another surefire out there in right field is a dropped ball. So all the runners are safe. 16-3 now is our score, as Camian Gonzalez comes in. It's the first run of the game that he scored tonight. Gonzalez has played well. 2 singles for him, so he scores. Trevor Bohr now at the plate. And Spencer is saying from our studio that the score is 17-3 instead of 16-3. Nick, I'm not quite sure where I missed a run.
I can't read the scoreboard, so I can't tell you what they have.
Well, now the scoreboard has switched to 17-3, so my apologies there for reading the incorrect score to 17-3 instead of 16-3.
Yeah, that's what they have on Game Changer as well.
Okay.
So
there you go. Just confirmed. Our score is 17-3.
It's all good, Avery. When there's a lot of runs, sometimes
it's hard to keep track. It's
as somebody that enjoyed a 27-3 ball game here, it can get a little much for you.
That's right. That was back during high school season right here at P.O. Faulkner Park.
That falls into your living room.
It is. As it bounces off the netting behind home plate. Trevor Bohr at the plate. Facing a 1-2 count.
Well, we talk about player of the game, though, and he's Trevor Bohr, another one.
Yeah, again,
you can really give it to the whole team.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to choose one player for our player of the game tonight because a lot of players have made a positive impact all over the field, especially Bohr, who started this game as the starting pitcher for Post 14, and he's getting it done at the plate as well.
Yeah, he might be the front runner. See if he can come through here. Another base knock.
Here's the 2-2 pitch from Slusher. It's a bouncer that rolls away to the backstop.
And normally probably Chase Herndon would take home there, or at least attempt to, but with the score being the way it is, he's going to stay put at third.
Certainly, yeah, there's no rush to...
Well, it's just, at this point you're doing station to station as a team. You don't want to, be disrespectful toward the opponent.
There's a nice swing and a drive into left center field, drifting over and making a diving catch. What a play out there in center field for out number 3. So a great way to end a tough inning for the Blue Ridge Generals. 17-3 is our score, with Post 14 ahead by 14. And that's the end of the 6th inning. We'll come back for the beginning of the 7th after this 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Another new pitcher here for Berkeley Post 14 as we welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg. And our pitching changes are brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them, so you should too. And our new pitcher is number 6, Braden Stottlemyre. For Berkeley Post 14. Stottlemyre, of course, was the ace pitcher for the Washington Patriots during the high school baseball season. You saw him plenty of times on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Yeah, and he's also committed to Shepherd.
That's right.
We mentioned the leadoff hitter for Blue Ridge, Brody. I forget his last name.
Brody Pullen?
Pullen, yes.
Bodie Pullen.
Bodie, excuse me. He's committed to Shepherd, too, so they'll be teammates.
And, of course, Bodie Pullen, the son of the head coach, Adrian Pullen. The first pitch of the night from Stottlemyre is a grounder hit over to second. Throw made, catch made by Reed at first for out number 1. And that retires Cade Cornwell.
Nine-run inning, Avery.
A 9-run inning at the bottom of the 6th for Post 14. 17-3 is our score, with the Hornets holding a huge lead here.
And 7 errors now for Blue Ridge. So not at all the performance you want defensively.
And again, Nick, we made the point earlier, as there's a grounder by Francesi. The throw made is a bit high, but a nice play by Reed to get the out at first for out number 2. Again, Nick, the pitching really has not been the problem tonight for the Generals. There just been far too many fielding errors, and that's really been costing them. Again, the pitching has been solid, but the defense has just missed a step.
Yeah, I mean, 11 of the 17 is earned, so I don't know if solid would be necessarily the right word, but it hasn't been all on the pitchers. And you're going to earn a lot more runs when the defense behind you is putting so much pressure on the pitching staff. So defense definitely something to clean up here. And we talk about Blue Ridge, too, being a mainly James Wood-loaded team. So essentially it's one high school. I don't care how good you are. You're going up against an all-star team of high schoolers. That's pretty tough. And I think that has shown tonight that, essentially the entire Eastern Panhandle is better than one school. But definitely still a good challenge, I think, for Berkeley Post 14. And they've risen to that challenge and have seen great performances throughout the lineup.
There's a bouncer from Stottlemyre that will walk the current pitcher for the Generals, Quentin Slusher, number 12, on just 4 pitches. So base runner is aboard here for Blue Ridge. And Cody Mitchell, number 17, is checked into the ball game here for Blue Ridge. He's at the plate, and the first pitch he sees tonight is outside for a ball. Stottlemyre will load up and deliver the pitch here for a called strike that just catches the bottom corner of the zone. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, Stottlemyre had a great season for Washington this year. At one point he had 32 strikeouts in 2 games. It seemed to me like him and Colin Reid kind of dropped off as the year went on, but the beginning of the year they were absolutely unhittable. And I think the hitting just got better in the EPAC as the year went on. But, I mean, that 1-2 punch was awesome for Washington this year, and I think Stottlemyre's going to do big things for Shepherd.
3-1 pitch is outside, so 2 walks back-to-back here for Stottlemyre as he puts Mitchell on board. And Slusher advances to second.
Yeah, not the start you want here after getting that first out, or first 2 outs, I should say.
So Kemper Omps, who's been in the outfield tonight at various positions. He started in right, played left as well. First pitch to him is a called strike. The second pitch is a swing and a miss for Kemper Omps. He's down 0-2 with 2 outs, 2 runners on. And Stottlemyre looking to get his control back here after those back-to-back walks. There's a called strike 3 on the outside edge of the corner that gets Omps looking on 3 pitches to retire the side. And a still almost insurmountable lead here. 17-3 is our score for Post 14. That ends the top half of the 7th. We'll come back.
It looks like.
And I believe now, that's right, looks like the game has concluded as the run rule is now in effect. So that's our final score, folks. 17-3 is the final here from P.O. Faulkner as Berkeley Post 14 gets the big win over the Blue Ridge Generals. The Hornets improve to 12-6 on the season as both teams go through the handshake line. And, Nick, neither of us were aware up here that the run rule would kick in after 7 innings, but that makes sense given that they play 9 here at the American Legion level.
Yeah, it does, and we'll talk about more in the post game. Just an excellent performance, though, for Berkeley Post 14.
So we will take you into the post-game show after this break. You're tuned in to American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We'll be back in just a moment.
Advanced technology, compassionate care. That's what you get with WVU Medicine General Surgery. Our expert team of board-certified surgeons at WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center combines state-of-the-art technology with patient-centered medical care. With 3 convenient locations, WVU Medicine General Surgery offers a variety of robotic and laparoscopic surgery options featuring revolutionary treatments resulting in better surgical outcomes and quicker recoveries. For appointments, call 304-596-2150.
Do you need a place to go for a quick tobacco, soda, snacks, cigarettes, or beer run? Well, then you're in luck, because Enter and Exit has convenience without the cost. Enter and Exit right off Route 11 is located at 31 Meadow Lane in Martinsburg and soon to be opening in Chambersburg, PA. Enter and Exit is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. For great convenience without the cost, stop on into Enter and Exit today.
Hi, this is Caleb Wilkerson with Boats and Soaps Cleaning Services, a fully mobile, veteran-owned and operated business. We provide commercial and residential cleaning services, mobile auto detailing, as well as vacancy cleanout services serving within 60 miles of the Martinsburg, West Virginia area. Call us Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. at 304-268-9198. Again, that's 304-268-9198. Or check us out on Facebook, Boats and Soaps Cleaning Services.
At Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths, we ensure your home is both beautiful and functional.
We've been taking care of our neighbors for over 25 years.
We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodeling. From start to finish, from design until installation. Whether it's countertops, cabinets, backsplashes, or full baths, we've got you covered.
Custom work done with care. We are Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park, and it's time now to start the post-game show. Hardball was played. Now it's time for the post-game show, brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Over 120 years combined experience as accident, injury, and disability lawyers. Go to burkeandschultz.com or call them at 304-263-0900. We play hardball. Final score from P.O. Faulkner tonight, 17-3. Berkeley Post 14 gets the win over the Blue Ridge Generals from Winchester, VA. And certainly a very high-scoring game here tonight for the Post 14 Hornets. Lots of players had multiple RBIs, multiple base hits, and really just a great all-around performance, both pitching, offensively, and defensively for the Hornets tonight, Nick.
Yeah, it was exactly what you wanted, I think, if your manager, Trip Tobin, and we'll probably talk to him tomorrow. I think on the Sports Mix would be a good idea as just a great outing for his team. You mentioned it, pitching, hitting, everything you want. Trevor Bohr gives you a good start on the mound. You go into your bullpen and Myers, and he does well, and then Stoudemire closing it out. So pitching was good. Defense was pretty good, only 3 errors. And the bats were obviously really good. I mean, everybody contributed, so I think it's just a really good, complete win for the team. Not the opponent they thought they were going to play, but it didn't matter, and they played a great game tonight.
Now time for our game summary, brought to you by the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809, or go to fmiwv.com. Well, our game summary looks like this. A scoreless first inning was followed by 6 unanswered runs for Berkeley Post 14 in the second and third innings. Blue Ridge was able to respond in the fourth, but 2 more runs were plated in the fifth. And then the big 6th inning was the one that really made the difference tonight. 9 runs plated in that bottom half of the 6th for the Hornets, which really made the game out of control. No scoring in the 7th. Which brought us to our final score of 17-3. 17 hits for Berkeley Post 14, just 2 hits in this box score here for the Blue Ridge Generals. 7 errors for Blue Ridge, only 3 for Berkeley Post 14. And a couple of players had some terrific games at the plate. We'll start with Peyton Hartman, who played catcher and shortstop tonight. 5 at-bats, 3 hits, 3 RBIs for him. Colin Reid went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs as well and a run scored. And Chase Herndon had 3 RBIs in 4 at-bats on just 1 hit, so really making the most of his chances there. Trevor Bohr started the game at pitcher and contributed offensively as well. He went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored as well. Conor Bailey led the way with 3 runs scored for Post 14. And in terms of pitching, Bohr pitched 4 innings, had 3 strikeouts, only gave up 1 hit, 1 run that was not earned, and 1 walk. Jason Myers pitched 2 innings and struck out 2, gave up 1 hit, 2 earned runs, walked a batter as well. And Stottlemyre closed it out for the Hornets, pitching just 1 inning, walking 2 batters, and striking out 1. Trevor Bohr gets the win tonight for Berkeley Post 14. And that is your game summary, brought to you by Farmer & Mechanics Insurance Company. And I guess also that was the game stats, brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home? Call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Sorry there, Chris. I took your segment by reading all those stats there.
Yeah,
but,
Avery, the first time you do the baseball, or only like your second time, you do the game summary and you start reading stats. I did the same thing to Chris Ross, so I'm sure he'll forgive you. As long as he gets his read in there, he'll be all right.
Nick, I wonder what really the difference is between the game summary and the stats. You could argue
the summary is just, I think, you could argue that it's just like how the game happened, and the stats are the individual numbers.
That's fair.
So like your recap of the innings, I guess, would be your summary.
All right, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
I guess. All right. Our cameraman Donnie chimes in there. Well, now, Nick, it's time for the segment that I think everyone's been waiting for here. It's our WVU Medicine Player of the Game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere, Nick. There are plenty of candidates, as Tripp down there on the field looks like he wants to get an interview. But, Tripp, hey, look, I'm sorry, man, but
we're short-staffed.
We're short-staffed. We don't really have the staff right now. As there they go. They get Trevor Bohr with the shaving cream pie right in the face there. That's Jack Reisenweber, who supplied the pie to the face.
And I don't think Trevor Bohr is going to catch up.
I don't think he will. They chase each other out into left field. Trevor Bohr, well, you know what? Tripp brought him up here down below the
he was going to be my player of the game, so I'm happy that Tripp and I are on the same page with Trevor Bohr. Gets the win on the mound, gets 2 hits at the plate, and yeah, he's my player of the game. So
I would agree with you, Nick. I think that's a pretty fitting choice, especially given that manager Tobin decided to cue up the pie to the face. And you know what? I'd like to think that I gave him an assist there by, kind of stalling for a little bit while Jack Reisenweber was sneaking up behind him with the pie so that he wouldn't turn around and head back to the dugout and see that he was about to get pied. I'd like to think that I contributed somewhat to that. Maybe
sure,
not.
Avery.
Maybe not, just saying. Anyway, that will do it for us here from P.O. Faulkner Park. That was our WVU Medicine Player of the Game, and that will conclude the Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson post-game show. I'm Avery Newport, and I'm joined up here by Nick Verzolini. Donald Kinney was our cameraman tonight. Spencer Dupuis back in the studio. We will not have a post-game scoreboard show for you tonight. So that will conclude our broadcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in to American Legion Baseball tonight. Once again, Berkeley Post 14 gets the win here over the Blue Ridge Generals 17-3. Our next broadcast will be on Sunday.
That is true.
And, Nick, forgive me, I don't remember exactly the game. There have been some schedule changes. Some things have turned around.
You know what, Avery? It's all right. The game's at noon.
That's what we know so far. And
they are now just playing Vienna Post 180.
All right,
out
there
of
you
Virginia. That is the only team. They were supposed to play Waynesboro Post 15, but that was changed. So they're playing Vienna, and I'm looking forward to it. Trevor Bohr did catch up to Jack Reisenweber.
All right.
But nothing seems to have happened.
So there you go. You get some needed closure tonight. But we will have that broadcast for you on Sunday right here from P.O. Faulkner between Berkeley Post 14 and Vienna Post 180. That'll do it here from P.O. Faulkner Park. Thank you all for tuning in to American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll talk to you again on Sunday.
You've been tuned into American Legion Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Modern Renovations, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to 106.5 FM, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online at talkradiowrnr.com. All rights reserved.